Yo, yo, what's up? Yeah, how you guys doing? Red Bull morning. I actually have plans to leave in a bit, so I'll skip the coffee for an energy drink because it's faster. Usually when I drink my coffee, I take my time with it. I'll take hours with it, just sipping it throughout the day. To like early afternoon to like maybe 2 at the most, I'll finish it. I would have to get up and leave early. I just get an energy drink because I can down it faster, which is what I'm doing now. Welcome back to Talk to Me Tuesdays. The girlfriend is sleeping, so I'm talking a little low for that reason. But all right, this video is gonna go live on February 11th, Tuesday, 2025. I'm responding to like last Tuesday's videos comments, so if you guys want to keep the discussion going, just leave a comment on this video and I'll answer it next Tuesday to keep the ball going. Thank you so much. Alright, so this is from Max Neal. What's up, buddy? Yeah, Max Neal's been playing Diablo with me over my Discord. The game's fun. A good game to play with a group of friends, that's for sure. So Max says, gonna try a home bank. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't think anybody was gonna be mentioning home bank more than once in the comment section. But yeah, this is like a free financial software that I use. You can donate if you like, but yeah, it's free. It's open source, I believe, and also it's very, very basic and has everything you need to maintain your balance and create templates for bills that you have to pay every month or whatever. It gives you good reminders of bills coming up and stuff like that. It gives you a report of how much you're spending on certain things. So this thing actually, I've been using it for a long time and it's free. For yourself, it's fine. But for bigger businesses, I haven't used it, but just for personal budgeting, this thing is perfect. So yeah, home bank. You can find it at gethomebank.org. Yeah, so originally Max Neal actually, he got a new desk set up. He was sharing his pics and progress on Discord. Yeah, it's looking good, man. Good job with getting things done on your desk. It looks pretty good. For a moment, actually, I was responding to that. I was thinking of sharing some of the pictures, but I don't think I'm gonna do that because they're more from his personal end, so I don't want to share his personal workspace on the video here. But yeah, like I said, go join my Discord if you like to see what's going on. But yeah, he has a cool setup going on. He got a new desk and all this stuff, and we were talking about chairs, right? And he says here, I've been following your personal channel for a hot minute, probably spawned from Computex Vlogs years back, and I remember when Paul got that chair from one of his office builds. I gotta check out getting a better one for sure. Using a semi-broken steepless chair I got back 2016 still. And it makes a joke about a Hawk 2 girl or whatever, but don't need to talk about that. Yeah, so Paul got me a Herman Miller chair. These things are pricey as fuck. I like this chair, but I'm not gonna recommend you to buy it. One, because it's expensive, but also it's not perfect. If there's one thing I do not like about this chair is the armrest, really. The one thing that I don't like about this chair is the armrest, really. One, they have this kind of a clamp mechanic, so you lift this little handle and you're able to slide the armrest up or down here, right? There's a guide here, and then you push down this clamp and it kind of keeps it in place by pressure, right? Yeah, these things do not work good. I kind of gave up on my armrest because if you to raise it up here, it's gonna slide down eventually, so that kind of sucks. And then from the side view, also this armrest, as you can see here, it actually is fixed. This thing's made out of plastic. This thing hurts your fucking elbows. I actually had to get yeah, I actually had to buy some kind of foam paddings. I think this is the one I got that basically kind of covers the armrest itself. It's like a memory foam stuff. Something you don't think about with armchairs is for the most part, you have your elbows on the armrest, obviously, right? This thing it was starting to hurt, really. It was creating a callus on my elbow. Yeah, because this thing was it's made out of a hard plastic, so they're not comfortable after a while. It creates pressure and it was starting to hurt. So I got these guys and it made a massive difference, right? It feels a lot better having my elbows on this thing. It doesn't bug me anymore, so there's that. Yeah, if you were to get a chair, I would suggest for you to get something that's not plastic on the armrest, or if you do get this, a chair that has the armrest, yeah, you're definitely gonna need to get a padding for your elbows. If you're dealing with something that's hard of plastic and you put your elbows on this shit, it's gonna hurt after a while. They're not great. Another thing I would suggest is that do not get a chair that has a fixed armrest like this. Yeah, see how this chair has the frame for the armrest? Yeah, do not get these whatsoever. I do not suggest these. Definitely get something like these, where it's kind of adjustable. You can adjust the height of the armrest. And the other thing I would suggest is try to get a chair that has the armrest that you're able to rotate the elbow pads. Depending on the height of your desk, the armrest, it can actually hit the frame of your desk, right? And this shit can get in the way. and that becomes a problem with like using these types of chairs. They're pretty uncomfortable, right? And also if it's fixed and you try to get next to your if you like the armrests are too high and then you try to get it close to your desk, the armrest is gonna hit the edge of your table, right? And that becomes a problem. So if you can find like a chair where you can adjust the height, that way when you get close to your desk, the armrest is not bumping into like the tabletop. I looked up like the Asus RG chair that I used up in Taiwan, because it's like the only one I can think of at the moment that has this feature, right? But yeah, going back to like the elbow thing, this chair is actually cool because this is actually like memory foam, or kind of like a squishy material, right? It's not like a solid piece of plastic. And also over here they actually put like an extra piece of memory foam that's thicker for your elbows, right? And this thing actually makes a massive difference. You are able to rotate the elbow pads. See, there's a handle, click, and then you can rotate the handles however the fuck you want. The reason why that's important is because, say if you want to adjust like the height of like your armrest, but so you can support your elbows, by doing that, pointing out like the armrest, you're able to get closer to your chair without the fronts of those armrests to bump into your desk, right? Little things like that you don't think about until you get a chair, right? So yeah, I'll end with that. If you really want to get another chair, definitely look into those features, right? A backrest, something that has a good, mechanics to be comfortable, to, adjust the height of your chair. And also like the armrest is very important, right? Because something that's like a good material, or something that you're able to like rotate, say like this, chair can. This actually makes a difference. But yeah, if you've been using like a broken chair since 2016, if you have a shitty chair, you're gonna get a shitty back. That's just how it is, right? I'll put it that way. Shitty chair equals shitty back. So yeah, get yourself a better chair, please. Alright, this is from Jane Fox. What's up, buddy? So he gets tired from sitting along too long. Yeah, I guess that was like the topic of this video, just like sitting around too long. But anyways, like he takes breaks and he gets up and walks around, and there's this elliptical feet device that works your legs so you do not get the coagulation buildup on your veins of your legs. You started using it and it actually helps. Oh, I see. It's an elliptical machine. Oh, okay. So I guess like it keeps you moving. Does this work? Oh, okay. Wait, I gotta see this video really quick. So basically it makes you walk? Oh, okay. I see. Okay, that's not a bad idea, actually. Fuck. Yeah, actually, no joke. I've seen people have like treadmills underneath their desk, right? So, as they're doing like a sit-stand desk, they have like a treadmill, so they're walking as they're working, right? So that's actually not a bad idea. All right, so with me, in regards to breaks, when I started working, I was very focused on trying to like get things done as fast as possible, right? That was my goal. Well, what's the fastest way I can edit a video in the, obviously in the shortest amount of time? I was able to finish certain videos like within 5 hours or 6, which is pretty good, for a 10-minute video. But doing that in the long run, it gets mentally exhausting. I just do not like that. I do take breaks often. I'm at a point now where like, I know how long a video is gonna take me to edit, so I can gauge how much time I could take in breaks and stuff like that. But yeah, I do take times to stretch. I lay down if I'm tired of sitting. I do walk around the house and all this shit. But just as importantly, I have events that I do plan in the afternoon with my girlfriend. Whether we go shopping, go to the movies, just do stuff out of the house, right? And just as importantly, we also have like social events that we create on the weekends, so I can get out of the house and move and shit. Yeah, whatever works for you to like keep yourself busy, go for it. Okay, yeah, if you're in the office chair all day, and then as soon as you get home, you go back to your office desk to play video games the rest of the night, yeah, you're not being active. You gotta be careful with that. So definitely find ways to incorporate some movement in your day, right? Take care of your health, seriously. All right, James Fox, thanks for letting me know about this type of device. Not a bad idea. I'll probably look into it. Hey, Romania, loose tooth sub, my friend. Let's see here. Alright, so one of the previous videos, like Loose Tooth here, was talking about like the AI images that me and Paul use sometimes, right? And it was referring to mainly like some of the images that appear on the top left corner. I assume that you were generating some of them using AI. They are cool. A few videos back, I actually was using like AI images, right? So depending if Paul was saying something funny, I'll take that description of what he was talking about, and then like I'll throw that into the AI maker, and then I'll generate some random image depending on what Paul was talking about, right? Yeah, so I was using Runway AI for a while, and I learned that actually AI is not as simple as I thought it was gonna be, really. The thing about AI is that, especially when you have a subscription here, they give you a limited amount of time for you to generate images and video. So depending on what plan you have, you get like only like a few attempts to like generate images, and you only get like a certain amount of like minutes that you can render out a video. The bad thing about that is that if you create something that you don't like, you're shit out of luck. You just wasted some minutes and some images that you are able to do for the month, right? Until the next pay period, until you pay your monthly subscription. So I stopped using Runway for that reason, because like it was so expensive, and it was kind of like stressful to like try to find a good image and then not get the results that you like, because it just looks bad. So I'm like, I stopped using it, right? So instead of making my own AI images, I should use a lot of stock footage instead. So Paul is really good actually at using like AI stuff, right? He actually, I think, uses Stable Diffusion. He's able to, he set that up on his computer. It gives him like a good head start for him to make some of his thumbnails or whatever he wants to do, right? The point I'm trying to get at is that AI does have a good use, especially for someone like us that we, it's only us two. So having that ability to create something really quick and then like just tweak it a bit to then turn around, deliver it. So I mean, AI does help. A lot of people are hating it, but it is a time saver, whether you like to admit it or not. But AI, I mean, I don't use it that much anymore, but Pa does use it. So if you see any images that he adds, then most likely it's from him. Alright, this is like the final question from Gavrev. It's always fun seeing the cheeky humor that makes it into Paul's weekly news vlogs. What made you get into video editing? How did you begin? Was it an intentional focused effort, or did it emerge from circumstances? Good question here. I try to keep this short. Look, long story short, I was working in construction. I didn't like it. I got to a point where I was just too much stress. A lot of drama happens, and there's just a lot of shit goes into that environment that I know for a fact I cannot tolerate now. Whether it's people arguing, people getting fucked over all the damn time, lots of money. It's a weird environment where you have like a lot of very rich people, with the money, and then you have like a lot of poor people with criminal records and shit like that, because working in construction in the same house, and like those dynamics sometimes can conflict, right? Depending. It's interesting. It's fun though. I did learn a lot, and there are moments where I do miss it, because it's a good experience. I met a lot of cool people that most likely have never had the possibility to meet in person, right? With the whole video editing thing, usually after work, I would just be fucking beat, because working in construction, so I didn't really have like the energy to do anything else in the afternoon. So something I started doing was watching movies, actually, right? We actually lived in an apartment complex that there was a video store, a movie rental that was owned by a Korean guy, and he liked to collect a lot of like foreign movies, anime, kung fu movies, whatever. And he had a good selection of like foreign movies that I prefer to watch, right? I really get into anime and watching kung fu movies and shit like that. So almost daily I'll rent like a new movie just to watch in the afternoon, right? While watching all these movies, I get the idea of becoming a filmmaker. It's like, oh, this is being badass. I love movies. I want to do something outside of construction, right? So yeah, I started studying filmmaking, what's required, and just a bunch of shit I don't need now. But I mean, I didn't know where to start, so I was reading books and articles and whatever. The main thing that really helped me was going to school, not necessarily to like learn how to edit, but to be surrounded by a lot of other people that are also interested in filmmaking, and that actually was a major focus of mine when I was going to school. I was trying to get to know people and meet them and all that stuff, right? Yeah, it was an effort from my end to consciously work towards video editing, because I wanted to become a filmmaker. But the thing is that I was aiming more to be a VFX artist, right? I wanted to do more like visually appealing skits or whatever. But through school, I met a friend that knew Kyle knew Steve knew Paul, and I was able to get some work starting with Kyle, and then I ended up with Paul. And then like once I started working with Paul more consistently, I had to make a choice. Either I can continue studying so I can become a VFX artist and possibly work at a studio and not work with Paul, or I can completely stop that pursuit of me trying to be a VFX artist and focus working with Paul, right? So I decided to stay with Paul, and it's been probably most likely the best choice. All the VFX stuff that I learned with After Effects, I had to stop messing with it. The time for me to learn how to do a lot of that stuff, the visual crap, I could turn around and learn how to become a better editor, and that's what I do mainly. I do watch a lot of tutorials still to like learn how to like edit faster, tips, what's available, updates, shit like that. So I do study daily, just about, when it comes to like the stuff that I like to do, right? It's part of my daily routine. you know, to keep up to date with what's going on and shit like that. So yeah, it was intentional. I wanted to get out of like the construction business, so you know, focus on just editing my own shit, you know, making my own projects, learning how to do visual crap, because I thought you had to learn to do all that crap. I was throwing shit everywhere basically to see what sticks, and thankfully the thing that stuck was editing with Paul. That was my effort. So those were the circumstances, right? I did not have any intention to be an editor for PC products. Part of the reason why I decided to work with Paul is because, like, I mean, helping him has been a massive, like, perk, I'll admit. You know, obviously he helps me with like PC parts, and like also I didn't understand how PC, you know, work in general, so having that understanding of how PC can help me edit faster kind of thing. So there's a lot of like benefits that I could see working with Paul. But the main one is simply he was a chill guy. He's still a super fucking chill guy, and I love working with him. So, you know, I have no regrets. You know, I'm not continuing to learn how to be a VFX artist to be an editor for Paul. Yeah, everything's good. I love working with him, and we became good friends. You know, we're still a professional. You know, obviously there's that fucking barriers, boundary. But for the most part, yeah, we get along fine. And like, you know, if he wants to talk about something, he'll like reach out to me, or vice versa. And when we go to these events to like Taiwan or Vegas, you know, we have a blast. You know, we hang out, we get along, we can just bullshit, and yeah, everything's fine. I'm very happy how things are going. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. Again, leave your comments in this video for next Tuesday, and I'll get back to you then. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Talk to you later. Peace.